I'll start my speech in 3, 2. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Learning new language, understanding different culture, and becoming independent. These skills are valuable for us teenager and young adult for our future. And meanwhile, this is really different from our opposite team that they're only focused in traditional domestic education, and because then their perspective is already valid, but it does fail to fully complete the 21st century global demands. And this making international education superior in our side that you can find in your own, or you cannot find in your current or your own domestic education. Okay. Here, that would be our opening statement for our motion today, that we're standing right from the motion that it says this house believes that study abroad is better choice for higher education. But let's see first that some of the people choose to study abroad than study in their own country. Why? Because let's just see from the one of the example that already happened in Indonesia, that some of the people pursue to have trending topics for hashtag kabur aja dulu. Why this happened? Because some of the students, teenager, and even young adult of Indonesia make a trend of this to pursue people study abroad. And this is because Indonesia, for example, couldn't provide their passion and their educational needs. And here, let's just see from the motion again and again that we're going to talk about and do an identification from the highlighted word. The first highlighted word is study abroad. Study abroad is the act of student to study for educational experience in a foreign country. It means if you live in Indonesia, for example, that you wanted to go to another country or a foreign country, for example, Japan, because they can provide you better in art, or you really wanted to try for comic, digital, some of kind of that knowledge, and you already know that Japan is focused and famous because of that knowledge and major, that you wanted to study for that only because your educational needs. The second highlighted word is better. Better in our side is not only for education or even your knowledge or even in the science way, because it does talk about many things rather than all of that point is already said. Because I already say that this thing is not only talk about in science, because we can already see already talk about soft skill too. For example, your emotional control, you can even get out from your comfort zone, and this even an Athirah, and this all of the 2 points that's already say, for example, and even can give you a really good impact for you too. For example, you can face problem independently, and that's one of the good impact from how you can study better in study abroad too. The third highlighted word is higher education. Higher education is not only talking in our side senior high school, but here we're talking about university or higher education than senior high school. Why this happened in our side? Because we're saying that university and upper than that means you already finally get your passion, and you already know what's the goal you wanted to achieve, and what major you wanted to choose, and what's knowledge you wanted to study in specific way. That it means that it's different how the senior high school works, because senior high school works only because they only study in general things, and it's different from how university and upper than that works. Okay, move to the argument. We have 2 arguments in our side. The first argument is how you can get the potential of your passion in university in your foreign country, and the second argument is how you can provide soft skill even in a foreign country, not only from your domestic education. Move to the first argument that we already say is how the potential of your passion in university you can achieve in foreign country. Okay, the meaning of this argument that going into university that match your passion, your skill, and even your goal, it means that you're going into a major and university that's suitable to all of the things that I already say. If you already choose your major and you're studying in one specific knowledge because you already choose your major, it means that you only study into your relatable knowledge that relatable to your major. And this different with senior high school, because what I already said to you, because senior high school is studying in general. So we can say if it's better for you to study in a foreign country that can provide you in that knowledge that good for your major you want. For example, you really wanted to study in art, and because your country couldn't provide you better in art, or maybe they cannot give a good side for art in your country, you're rather to choose to studying in other country, for example Italy, because they're focused and famous because they're trying better, they're trying hard to pursue all of the citizens in Italy to have a good knowledge in art. Okay, for another example, that if what if you're in Indonesian citizen that more likely citizen that have a lower rank, rather than if you wanted to say developed country, for example America and all of the country that already have a top one university rather than Indonesia. But some of the foreign citizens from other country would likely to still choose to study in Indonesia. Why? Because they know Indonesia is still better in a major, for example law, engineering, and doctor. So it doesn't mean that you really need to study in one major that have a good rank for you to study the major and university that you really wanted to study. And the second argument is how you can provide soft skill from the university, even in lower rank or in the same rank of your country. Because here we're going to say that what if the opposition think that they're trying to say it's just the same thing if you wanted to study abroad in foreign country that have the same rank or even a lower rank that your current country, but it's just really different from our side. Because even if you wanted to study in lower rank or even the same rank in your country, it's just even not only because we're not saying that education is not only for your knowledge, but even can talk about your soft skill. And here we're saying that it still can, the lower rank country and even the same rank country from your country, it still can provide soft skill for you. Because what do I mean from this? The first one, you can already get off from your comfort zone, because you already get out from your comfort zone. You can think and you can try to survive in that country. You can try to survive in the economy, surrounding, culture, environment, even the eclipse. And you can even talk to your multi-language. That this matter to your brain. It's matter to your brain, even not only because you only knowledge from what major you're studying into, but this multi-language even mattered for your brain too, because it can even provide you in soft skill. I think we're going to say in our side, because we're saying this because from the opposition team is that if you really wanted to choose to study in your own country rather than study abroad, because you cannot even pursue you cannot even have to know your knowledge more rather than if you wanted to study in a foreign country, then it can pursue your passion more than your own country.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. 3 valuable things you can get, and I guarantee you could follow during and after your study in abroad. And for that, I'm standing confidently on the government team for our motion today that says that this House believes that studying abroad is a better choice for higher education. And I will mention that 3 valuable things that you can get right now is the first one, personal and intellectual growth. The second one is career preparation and practical skills. The third one is collaborative and innovative learning that I will confidently explain in 2 of my arguments. The first argument says that why studying abroad is way much better and why is it matter. We have to highlight why actually people want to go to college. We have to know that many students actually really want to seriously study or really want to study when they went to college, like they start getting extra classes or they start study seriously in class, because they think that this college or university thing is actually really important to to pursue their future career. And that's why that thing is we can take that this thing is actually really important for the future. And I will also explain to you why actually taking college or university in abroad is actually really matter, as we know that actually college is important. But I will tell you why actually taking college or university abroad is that matter. The first reason is increased access to job opportunities. At the end of the day, when you're graduating from college, what you want to get? Apply for the company or even get employed. And that get employed, actually a lot of company actually needs requirement into a college degree. And the college degree you can get in a college or even in a university, and it's better when you take it outside. Why? Because I want to explain it in two sides of the house. I will explain it when you apply job in abroad, and I will also explain when you want to apply job in your home country. When you apply job in abroad, they not only saw your hard skill, not only saw where are you actually graduating, but they also considering, because when you already have studied abroad, they actually understand that you have earned that soft skill that you actually know, and you have experienced so much thing that many people actually not haven't actually really experienced before. Because when you have studied abroad, you know the experiences, you know all things that happen outside, and that people actually that requires you knows that you are valuable for that. The first thing is going abroad means that it's actually you being in a not usually place that you are usually with. That thing actually bring new things and new knowledge that you can implement in your whole house or your work life. The second thing is it's easier for you to apply an abroad job. Why is that like that? It's because when you have applied for educational in outside of the country, it means that you have experience to apply for that thing, and that thing also will beneficial for you at the end of the day, because that thing actually will help you when you want to apply for a job in abroad. They will also understand that, oh, you know what to apply, what certificate you need, what kind of paper you need to submit, and you actually master of that, and you actually have a lot of connection from your friends in college that you can also actually connect it to your job. The second side is when you actually apply job in your house country. Many people say that it will hard for you to apply in your house country, because when you apply and they know that you are graduating from abroad, they will think that you will ask for more salary and they couldn't pay for that. But I can say that it's a big no, and it will be way much easier for you to apply in your home country when you have learned it abroad before. Why is that like that? Because first, you already understanding global market trends. A lot of company actually they want to pursue an international job market. Then that thing actually need you, because you have applied and you have studied in abroad study, which like you have experienced so much things. You understand the trends. You understand what they actually need. Rather you working on social diplomats, working on health, socials, and everything, and they actually need you because they know that you actually know the trends outside of the world. The second is because you actually gain your communication skill. Mastering a new language means that you know how to communicate fluently. You know how to communicate with diverse people from diverse culture, diverse country, and a lot of diverse background that people coming from, and you are communicating with different language, which means that you actually know how to communicate, and that thing actually you need when you want to pursue in your work life. Why is that like that? It's because when you communicate, at the end of the day, you need to communicate to your customers. You need to communicate to your passion, and that passion that actually good when you want to pursue your job. The third reason is you have unique work life and you have unique life and work experiences. When you study abroad, it means that you gain something that usually people actually not gain before, and that thing actually will be beneficial for you, because then at the end of the day, when you are in your work life, you will build something outside of your expectation, and by studying abroad, you actually have learned something that it's beyond your expectation, because you're out of your comfort zone and you learn new things that you actually will beneficial in your work life. The second reason why studying abroad is matter, it's because it actually boosts your personal and intellectual growth. I have three reasons here. The first one is building confidence through success and failure, overcoming challenges. For example, mastering new languages or completing group project with international peers actually boosts confidence. Why is that like that? It's because it's adjusting to different norms and teach student adaptability. The second one is about social and emotional intelligence. Diverse background means empathy and tolerance, how you can gather all people around you. And then the next one is it's actually could communicate effective across cultural boundaries. And the third reason is fostering a global mindset. It's actually an open new ideas because this mindset connected the student with outside of the world we're living right now. Connected your world in your home country and the outside of the world that you actually studying with. In summary, studying abroad matters for your future because it helps first critical skills, the second one and change employability, the third one broaden your perspective, and the last one foster your personal growth. It's actually also contribute to a competitive, adaptable, and also confident, which actually can connect you to the outside of the world. The second argument why studying better in your own country can disadvantages. I only have one reason here because when you study in your home country, which means you are in your comfort zone and you are completely comfortable with where are you right now, and comfortable can kill everything. Why is it like that? Because comfortability means that you are avoiding challenges and sticking to familiar routines every day, every time, and you are not growing. You are avoiding that challenges, and you are not you don't choose to grow in that passion that you are working on. And that's why we are from the government team really agree with our motion today that says that this house believes that studying abroad is a better choice for higher education.
Pasang nih.
I will start my speech from 3, 2, 1. As the third speaker from the government team, I will conclude all of the statement that my team has delivered about. So first, from the speaker number 1 that said that the countries that have a low position need to develop or learn from the development country to build their own countries. And how could we see the countries that have developed? We can see from their human resources. So human is the important part, is the key of development of the countries. And the humans also need the quality of the education, for have a good mindset, and a good mindset can make them build and apply in their countries and make the countries develop. And the second statement that say that what if the opposition said that what if we also learn from the countries that have a lower position than us? So it all depends from the major and university that we will take. That's why, for example, that you want to learn about the art things, you can learn in Italia, or you want to learn about the technical things, you can learn from the Germany, or even go in England. So, and then the second speaker said that how beneficial or how is study abroad is really better, it's really good than study in our own country. Why? Because the second speaker said that the first, it's make you access, it's make you have a good opportunities of job. Why? Because it have a two side of it. First, from the abroad countries, and also from the home local countries. So first, from the abroad countries that said that it's make you easier to have a job. Why? Because when you study abroad, your knowledge that you got in study abroad will make you already know the access. It's also make you to already know about the international affairs. You also already know about your relation. You already have a relations. So it makes you accessible to got a job in another countries. And the last thing is, you already know about the environment and the habituals within you. So you don't have to adapt again to your to the countries that you go, because you already study abroad. And then the second one is about the home local countries. So it's also make you easier to have a job, because why? The knowledge that you got from study abroad can make you easier to, you already have the knowledge about the global marketing things, beneficials, and you also have a social market perspective. So if you meet another customers, you already know about what they mean, because you already know about the global things that happening. And also from that, you can learn about the communication skills. Why? Because when you study abroad, you will face another person, and another person, you will communicate with other person, and then it can make you being a confident person. It can develop your communication skills and also make you more confidence. And then from all of the communication skills, you also can learn it. You also can apply it in your employee jobs. Because why? Because we already know about international customers are really loyal and really know about the international thing. So when you are from a person that study abroad, you already know that what that the government, or what is about the customers that they want. And also, from study abroad, you can learn about the tolerance. Why? Because you will face another person that have a different culture as you. So you can learn the country, but you can learn another culture from them. You can also learn about their habituals, how can we act to another person's good, or what they want. We also can learn from study abroad. And what is the last statement that says, what is the bad impact if we only learn in our countries? Why? Because learn in our countries, we also know that it's our home. So it's make us comfortable, make us really comfy with our home. And comfy can harm you. Why? Because when you already comfy with someplace, you don't want to face another problems. You will lose how you face bad things, how you face the bad things from all of, and also from study abroad. You can learn a new message from all of the statements. We as the government teams really sure that we will win these motions. Thank you.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. I'm standing here as a replay speech that will actually conclude what my friends have said before. 3 of my friends have said before, and will conclude it from the first speaker to second and the third one that I will tell you right now. First one, I will say about the first speaker first. Our first speaker have already mentioned about the definition of study board that says that the act of student of study to study for educational experience in foreign language. The second definition is about better that says that the better in here is not, we have to highlight that the better here is not only about educational system but also about the soft skill, that life skill that actually you will pursue when you actually went to a foreign country or when you want to pursue in your study abroad what we mean in here. And also with the status quo actually we brought from our own country that says that a lot of students actually right now actually glorify the statement that we want to go abroad because our country is actually not really it's actually a little bit left behind. It's about educational system that we actually want to pursue, and we standing here that we want to support this statement that says that it's better actually to pursue college, to pursue university when you want to pursue it in outside of the country, which is when you study abroad, whether in Asia, Western country, Europe, and where is that we want to support you in that. That's why this motion that says that this house believes that study abroad is a better choice for higher education is urgent. And then also the first speaker of our team have mentioned about the potential patient that we're actually talking about here. And then the thing in here that going into university that match your patient, your skill, even your goal mean that you are going into major or university. And this university actually sometimes pursue when you actually went to outside of the country, outside of your homecoming country. Because why? Because in here that when you even if you are not in Indonesia, maybe you are in Malaysia, you're in Singapore, for example. And then the thing actually mentioned about how this studying abroad is actually important for you because you could study beyond what you actually learning from. And then that is the first argument for our first speaker. And the second argument is in here is talking about what if the opposition team says that what if you're going into a country, a small country which has the same level of university or college in your country. We can say that it's actually absolutely okay. Why is that like that? that? It's because the first thing is when you go into abroad, it means that you're earning a new language, you're earning a soft skill in your life skill. It's not only beneficial for your education, but actually also will pursue you in your future job career that will actually support you for your future. That is actually for our first speaker. For our second speaker says that two main arguments about why studying abroad is better and why studying in your whole country can be disadvantageous. Studying in your country good is because first increase access to job opportunities, because it could be easier for you to apply in abroad, and it also will easier for you in your daily life when you want to pursue your job abroad again. It's because you have earned community outside, and you also been in a not usually place where you earn new things, new knowledge, will actually push you to work in abroad. And also when you want to work in your home country, it will also be easier for you to seek job, because first you understand the global market trends, the second one because you have communication skills, and the third one is because you have unique life and work experiences. The second reason is because you have personal and intellectual growth, which my second speaker have mentioned three things. Is because the first one, building self-confidence or success and failure. The second one, social and emotional intelligence. The third one is fostering a global mindset. And the second reason is why studying in your own country can be disadvantageous is because only one argument that says that because you are sitting in your home, because in your home country, which are you comfortable, and when you are comfortable, you are avoiding the challenges and sticking to familiar routine. And that's why we are from the government team really agree that we are really confident also that we will win this debate that says that this house believes that studying abroad is a better choice for higher education. Thank you.